Monte Mawhorter, Montemawhorter.
Good deal. Make sure everything's running correctly. All right, Coach, first and foremost, just in your eyes, I'll go ahead and get a recap of last season.
Last year was a group of kids that came through that had done a lot for the program, and they were rewarded for their hard work. So we ended up 10-1. So
now, a lot of those guys do graduate. So who comes back this year that we should be keeping an eye out on?
I don't think we're going to have the high-level kids, the D1 kids, but I think we got a group of kids. This group learns to play as a team. I think they have enough talent to compete. So,
who are some of those kids on your head?
And there's a lot of competition for different spots. Like we lost our quarterback last year, and we have Knox and Sloan are both working towards that. We have running backs, Beers, Younger Pruitt, Taylor. We have 3 or 4 kids there. Wings, Villanueva, Bradley, Gonzalez, Hunter Foreman. I mean, there's a number of kids who are going to fill in for the few kids that we had last year.
Good deal. Now, how much will you be relying on some of these younger guys to step up and fill in those positions?
Now, I will tell you that most of them saw considerable action last year. Whether it be that we were ahead in a lot of ball games and they were able to come in, or, we only graduated really like 7 seniors last year. So we did have a lot of young underclassmen that did participate. They just weren't the headlines guys. So,
for sure. Now, it's hard to walk away from last season and say, like, okay, we need to go back straight to the drawing board. You had a really great season and posted a undefeated regular season. What do you take from last season as a learning curve?
I would say the kids, I've been really pleased with them, how they came in and the enthusiasm and preparedness. A lot of the things that we did last year, we're going to keep doing. And I think we just have to get better at them. Our line's a year older. They're all back, both offensively and defensively. That's going to help us out a bunch. But it's just going to be how quickly some of these younger kids step up. They know what's expected of them. That's one of the good things from last year's seniors. They showed what they needed, what level you need to play at if you're going to be successful. So,
what about this returning team gets you excited for this year?
I think just the group as a whole and how well they have come out and participated. We haven't really seen them since March, really. That hasn't happened to me since I first started coaching back in the 1900s. So, but they come in, they're enthusiastic, they're here every day, and they're working really hard. So I'm really tickled with them.
Good deal. Now, what is it going to take to get West Noble to that next step for this year?
There are going to have to be some surprises. There's going to have to be some kids that step forward and play a bigger game than what I thought they were possible of playing. But that happens every year. So I'm hoping that we have some leadership step up. That was one of the big things that we lost last year, and we're working on that now. But leadership and continuity, and we're going to rely on our defense for a lot of things to start with. But
how important is that word leadership to this team?
This team's going to be really important. It's almost like they were weaned from that group last year who's been in charge for like the last 3 years. So they're still working at who they need to listen to and who's going to be the ones that step forward when things get tough.
Good deal. Coach, is there anything else you want to add?
Nope, not really. I think I'm really excited. I hope we get to play the whole season and let things fall where they may. So
good deal. Thank you so much,
yeah,
Coach. Appreciate it. A recap of last season in your eyes.
Last season was amazing. We went undefeated. We haven't been able to do that at this school for a long time, and our guys stood up really big. They had a really big step up last year.
How special was that to be a part of that type of culture?
It was amazing. It was really amazing. Something you will never forget.
What is it going to take to carry that same culture into this year?
We're all going to have to take a huge step up. We're going to have to keep 110% all year going. We're going to have some competition. We have a huge target on our back this year.
Good deal. How do you see yourself stepping up and helping out this team?
I got to become a leader now. Last year, I relied on Brandon, Josh, Kyle, Raven, all of them to lead us. This year, as a senior, we all have to step up and be ready to lead everyone else.
Good deal. Who all returns from that defensive line this year?
You got me, you got Zach Beers, Braxton, Pruitt, And then I'm pretty sure that's it.
Well, still, that's a pretty nice returning
Yeah, it
core
is, it
group.
is, yes.
How important would that be to be applying that pressure to this offense? Especially on the other side of the ball, where your offense is a little newer this year, so you're going to be relying on that defense to make some stops.
Yeah, it's gonna be crucial for our defense to step up and push our offense. We really need them to step up this year.
What did you learn the most from those guys that graduated?
I learned to work hard and never quit.
How important is that in the game of football?
It's very important. You want to go 110% all 4 plays, all 4 quarters, all the time.
What is it going to take to get West Noble back into that same position as they were last year?
We're going to have to step it up. We're going to have to go 110% this year. Non-stop, hard work, 24/7.
Where have you seen yourself change and improve on the most in a year?
My leadership. I've had to step up and help everyone else here, help all the new freshmen coming up to be linemen and everything. It's really crazy.
Looking towards week 1, what excites you about putting on that helmet and getting going out there for this year?
To hit somebody. I miss hitting people.
Good deal. Good deal. Now, coming from a senior's perspective, how important is it to you to be able to get in this final season?
It is extremely important. This is lifelong memories I'll never forget. I'm excited.
Good deal. Is there anything else that you want to add?
I can't wait for this season. I'm ready to try to go undefeated again 2 years in a row.
Good deal. Good deal. How much will you be relying on these younger guys to step up and fill some of those roles?
We're gonna have to rely on some of them. There are open gaps that we need, and there's gonna be some freshmen stepping up, but it's gonna be hectic.
Good deal. Jeramyah, anything else?
I can't wait for this season.
All right. Well,
Jalen Gonzalez, JalenGonzalez.
All right, Jalen, first and foremost, can I just get a recap of last season from your eyes?
Oh, did really good. Went undefeated. Pretty much had a perfect record. We had some competition, and we went right through them, and yeah.
It's hard to go back and say you really need to correct too much from last season. It was a really great season, but what is something that this team learned from last year that they're applying to this year?
Chemistry, we need to work on that, and okay, let me restart that.
You're good.
Can you say the question again?
Yeah, so what can you take from last season into this season as a learning experience?
Oh, okay. So, just how we had to play, the level that we had to play at, and just how the players played.
Good deal. Now, what can you, kind of on the flip side of that, what do you take from last season that you want to apply this season that worked well for you guys?
The chemistry. Those guys knew exactly what they're doing and how to do it, and I think we need to do that too. And that's how they did what they did.
There wasn't many seniors on the team last season, but they had a very big impact. What did you learn from them?
How to play, how to get along with other players. They were really good leaders. They taught us how we need to act and all of that.
Where did your game improve the most in a year?
My catching game, it was pretty bad last year. I dropped a lot of balls and all that. But now it's a lot better, and I think our team can use that.
Good deal. So, and what all positions do you play?
I play wide receiver, slot, and then I play strong safety.
Good deal. Okay, so on the offensive side, you have a quarterback battle going down right now. How tough is it trying to get used to a new arm after having such success last year with your quarterback?
I wouldn't say it's too hard. He's a really good quarterback. He can get it to me. It's just the fact of getting chemistry and know how to work with each other.
How much will this team be relying on its younger guys this year to step up and fill some of those key spots?
Quite a bit. We did lose quite a bunch of good guys, but they're all pretty good, so I think we'll be able to replace it just fine.
Good deal. Now, who are some players that we should be watching out for?
Colby Knox, Hunter Foreman, Braxton Pruitt, Lucas Baker, Jeramyah James. Yeah.
What makes this team, somebody that other teams should be taking notes on and watching out for this season?
The chemistry. We all know each other really good, so we know how to work on the field together. The speed. We're a really fast team. Yeah.
Defensively, what do you like?
Our aggressiveness. Really aggressive on defense. Fast guys, so the game's pretty much taken down both in the air and on the ground.
Will you? I know you said you played both offense and defense. I'm sure you played some last year. Will it be more or less of that Ironman style football for this team this year?
I think it'll be more. Yeah.
Okay, good deal. Is there anything else that you want to add?
No, that'll be all.
What is it going to take to get West Noble back into the same position they were last year?
We just gotta work with each other, figure out our strong spots and our weak spots, and work on the weak spots to make those strong spots.
How excited are you for week 1?
Very excited. I'm very, very excited.
Yeah, it's Lucas Baker, Lucasbaker.
All right, Lucas, first and foremost, just a recap of last season in your eyes.
We had a really good season. We went 10-1. That's the first time we've done this at this school in a long time. We had strong leading senior class, taught us how to play at a varsity caliber.
How special was it to be a part of that team?
It was very special. It taught me a lot of skills in leadership and how to lead a team, teach these younger guys how to come in and, play football.
You guys didn't make it to the big dance last year, but still a very impressive season. Where do you leave off? Are you happy with the results? Do you want more? Where do you leave off?
I'm very happy with the results. I really do think we can continue that legacy this year.
What makes you so confident?
Just having a veteran O-line. I feel like our run game will be very strong this year. We're going to have to work on our pass game, but I think it will be very solid too.
Who returns out of this group that we should be keeping an eye out on?
Colby Knox, really, Jalen Gonzalez, Jeramyah James, Braxton Pruitt, Zach Beers, all key forces in our defense and offense.
Good deal. Now, what positions are you?
Right guard.
Right guard. Okay. So how important will your position be this year to the success of this overall team?
I feel like it'll be very important. Like I said, we have a veteran O-line coming back, all returning players, and I feel like it'll be a key driving force in our offense.
Especially with a new quarterback under center, protecting him is going to be a big priority for you guys. How much does it go into that veteran leadership on the O-line that you're going to be really running this offense this year?
It's really teaching these younger guys how to come up and play at a varsity level, teaching them all the things I know, teaching them all the things I learned last year, and really how to be a leader.
With the loss of those key guys from last season, how much will you guys be relying on those younger guys to step up and fill some roles?
It's really just teaching them to play at a varsity caliber, teaching them all the things I learned last year, how to step up and play where they're needed.
What is that varsity caliber to you?
I think it's very important. It's really just, understanding the game of football. That's kind of redo that.
No, you're good. So varsity. You were saying varsity caliber and teaching them that ways. What is that? What does varsity caliber mean to you? What have you been teaching the younger guys?
Really just teaching them how to come up and be a leader, teaching them all the things I know, how to be a good leader. That's so. I keep repeating myself.
No, you're good, dude. Don't think about it too much.
All right.
Make sure you're in frame again. Good deal. Okay, so varsity caliber. What have you been teaching these younger guys? What does playing at a varsity caliber mean to you?
Really just stepping up and being a strong player wherever they're needed in the defense or offense.
Was last year your first year on varsity? Or yeah? So what did the first year of varsity teach you?
It really taught me a lot of things. It's a much different play level than JV. I think that's an obvious one. You're needed a lot more. Dude.
Dude, you're good. You're good. Here, we'll switch it up a little bit. Where have you seen your game improve the most in a year?
Really my technique on the line. I've learned a lot of things over this past year from a lot of the older guys that we lost last year.
You bring up a good point, because a lot of people, maybe especially even like the non-football crowd, would think an offensive lineman's job is just to overpower in strength. But how much of that goes into a good technique?
It's very important. Not all of it is just strength and driving. It's learning how to read a defense, learning how to act on the spot, and just adapt over time.
Where have you seen, the kids that are coming back this year, where have you seen them improve the most since last year?
Really on our pass game. I think a lot of the freshmen and sophomores returning this year, they do have a lot to learn still, but I feel like they can be very strong in the coming months.
What makes you excited about this team this year?
Really just the legacy we have carrying over from last year. I think we can go undefeated this year.
As a senior leadership type role, how much does that position mean to you?
It means very much. I like teaching these younger guys, how to step up and be a leader like I was.
What is a tangible goal for this team this year?
Yeah, like I said, carrying over from last year, the undefeated season, I'd say carrying on that legacy, playing at the best of our abilities.
Good deal, good deal. Week 1, what are the thoughts?
Central Noble, you know, county rivalry, big game, target on our back from last year. I think it'll be great.
Good deal. Anything else you want to add, man?
Not really. Not
Appreciate
that I-
it.